Hello and welcome aboard my narrowboat. I thought I'd film a video today because I'm going to be turning the boat around, and quite a few of you have asked me how I do that. I can understand why, because when you look at a narrowboat there's an obvious problem. Narrowboats are generally quite long and canals are generally quite narrow, so it isn't possible to turn a narrowboat around along most stretches of canal. So how do narrowboats turn around? Keep watching this video and I'll show you. Before I turn around, I should probably explain how I actually steer the boat. So I'm going to position my phone so you can see the tiller, which is the thing you steer with. The key thing to remember is that steering a narrowboat is the opposite of steering a car. So if you want to turn a car right, you turn the steering wheel right. If you want to turn a car left, you turn the steering wheel left. With a narrowboat, if you want to turn right, you turn the tiller left. If you want to turn left, you turn the tiller right. I'll show you what I mean with the bend that's coming up now. There's quite a sharp bend to the right here, so I'm moving the tiller left to make the boat go right. But then I move the tiller back to the centre. This is because the momentum keeps the boat turning. If I'd kept the tiller to the left, the boat would have turned right too much and crashed into the towpath. It's quite easy to oversteer because the boat takes a while to respond to the movement of the tiller. So whenever I'm teaching friends to steer, they often end up zigzagging across the canal. Steering takes a lot of concentration when you're learning, but it gradually becomes second nature and I find it really relaxing now. Anyway, I'm coming up to a junction, which is where I'm going to show you the easiest method I use to turn around. I look quite moody in this footage, which is what I look like when I'm concentrating. I've just dropped the speed down to tick over, which is the slowest speed. Next, I'm going to move the tiller right as far as it will go. The boat is now rotating in an anti-clockwise direction. If I hadn't dropped the speed down, the boat would also be moving forward while turning. It probably is moving forward slightly, but not by much. You can see that the boat has now turned almost 180 degrees, which means I'm facing in the opposite direction to before. I'm a bit worried about the back of the boat hitting the side of the canal, so I'm increasing the speed to make the boat go forward. You might not have to do this, it's just because the space was a bit small. I've also decided to turn the boat a full 360 degrees so that I can continue along the canal and show you my second method of turning the boat around. That first method only works if there's plenty of space, such as at a junction, and it won't work if your boat is really long because you'll hit the side of the canal. I think there's some kind of festival going on over there. I now need to get to what's called a winding hole, but it's about 3 miles away, so it's going to take me quite a while to get there. A winding hole is a wide bit of canal where you can turn a narrowboat around. They're marked on canal maps by circular arrows. There have been quite a few water shortages on the canals over this summer, and quite a few people have asked me if I've been affected by them because lots of canals have been closed as a result. Fortunately, the one I'm on hasn't been closed, but if you look at the sides of the canal there where the towpath is, you can see that the water levels are lower. I know that some boaters have had problems moving their boats because the water levels are lower. I've been okay so far, touch wood. I think it's because my boat's quite small and it sits quite high in the water, so I've been okay. The reason I need to turn the boat around, by the way, is because I've actually had a problem with the boat and I needed to take it somewhere for somebody to look at it. I don't normally talk about all the problems I have with the boat on this channel because I try to keep the videos quite positive and I generally don't like to dwell on negative things, but in reality owning a narrowboat can be a massive pain. There's always stuff going wrong with the boat. I think most boaters will tell you this. Some people say that boat stands for bring out another thousand, and that's because you have to spend so much money repairing the boat all the time and maintaining it. I wanted to talk about this because I'm slightly worried that my videos have made narrow boating look more idyllic than it really is, and quite a few people have said to me they've bought boats as a result of my videos, and I feel bad about that. I feel kind of responsible because I probably didn't appreciate when I got this boat how much trouble it was going to be, and I think a lot of people don't realise that either when they buy a boat. So yeah, I just wanted to be honest really. Hiya, alright. Loads of people out fishing today, aren't there? Sorry? Oh right, okay, got you. Oh yeah. Caught many fish? Okay. Because my boat's quite small, it is easier to turn around, so I probably could turn around in this bit here because it's quite wide, but it's not a proper winding hole. Winding holes are marked on the map, so I'm gonna carry on further along the canal and get to a proper winding hole so I can kind of show you properly basically. I've just accidentally crashed the boat because I'm using two different phones to film this video, and I was adjusting one of them and accidentally went into the side of the canal. That's the perils of making YouTube videos while driving a boat at the same time, I think. Okay, I think we're coming up to the winding hole now, so I'm going to adjust the camera so that you can see how I'm steering. Winding holes are normally notches cut in the side of the canal. This one is on my left, so that's the way I'm going to turn. I've slowed down to tick over again for this manoeuvre, and I'm moving the tiller right so that the boat turns left. I don't want the front of the boat to hit the side of the canal, but I don't have any brakes, so I'm going to slow it down by putting it in reverse. Now I need to reverse out of the notch while turning, so it's basically like doing a 3-point turn in a car. However, unlike a car, I can't steer the boat while I'm in reverse. So in order to steer, I need to go back into tick over so that the boat will turn. Then once it's turning, I go into reverse again. The momentum hopefully means that the boat continues turning, but it doesn't always work like that because there will be other forces acting on the boat, for example wind or the flow of water. So now I'm switching back into tick over so that I can steer the boat again. And now I'm going to reverse again. The front of the boat is now out of the notch, which means I can go a bit faster, which will make the boat turn more. And then I can start driving back the way I came. Did you think it was good? It's not the best I've ever done. Thank you though. This canal is quite unusual because it's quite bendy. Most canals are quite straight. And the danger with a bendy canal is that you don't always see the boats as they're coming around the corner. So, had a few near misses there. we were moored near each other in Gailey a few weeks ago, and I was throwing the ball for her and giving her a stroke, but I think she's forgotten me. I need to do a thumbnail for the video, but I'm really rubbish at these. I normally forget to do them, to be honest. It's hard because I just make the videos myself, and I don't have anyone to take a photo of me, so I basically just have to kind of pose and then take a screen grab from the video. Yeah, I'm trying to, because the theme of this one is how do narrowboats turn around, I'm trying to kind of look puzzled. Okay, shall I try again with the posing? There was a boat there called Lady in Red, and I filmed that for my friend Terry, who you might have seen if you've watched my previous videos. But when Terry was at university, she actually lived with Christa Berg's niece. Yeah, I think it was his niece. Or Cedar B, as we used to call him. I never actually met him, but Terry has met Christa Berg. Or is it Christa Berg? I don't know. Just had a text message from my friend Carly to say that she and her boyfriend Matt enjoyed my latest video. So hello Carly and Matt, if you end up watching this one as well. We're almost back where we started now. So basically I've been cruising for over 2 hours just to turn the boat around and get back to where we started from. I'm going to say bye for now, but I just wanted to say thank you to Dave, the boater who helped me through the lock at Gailey towards the end of my journey. I'll be back with another video on the first Saturday of every month. Bye!